Hello everyone and welcome back to the dimension. Friends, today we are going to create one spiral structure by using connection number S68 in a Tekla structure. So stay with us till the end of this video. Let's begin. First of all, just simply click on this Tekla structure and create one model. Here you can see we have one grid in this platform, and we are going to create one spiral stair in between this grid. So first of all, just click on this application and command, and here we need to search spiral, and here you can get connection number S68. Simply just click on that, and here we need to specify the first pick point. Suppose we are taking one point, midpoint here, and specify the second point in the same ground level, and third point we need to specify the height of this stair. So we are moving to the upward direction and taking some appropriate distance for height of this stair. Suppose we are taking 6 meters in upward direction. Just simply click on that. Then you will see one spiral stair will be created here. In order to clearly visualize, just simply right click and click on the redraw view. Here you can see the first point is our origin, and we specify the second outer point to specify the outer distance of this structure. Then we specify the third point as a height of this spiral structure. So here you can see one spiral stair are created here. If you wanted to edit some parameter or some component of this connection, then simply just click on that, but make sure the component is on here. Once you double click on this component, then another window will be shown here, that is the connection of S68. Here you can see by default the overall height from this midpoint to the top, face of this vertical circular column is almost 50 millimeter, and here you can also specify the distance of first stair from the bottom of this column, that is equal to 0. To clearly verify the dimension of this parameter, you can also able to create some grid view so that we can clearly visualize the different parameter of this stair. So we need to just move to the grid 2, and here you can see the ground level of this column bottom, and the starting point of this stair is at 0. Suppose we are going to change it to 300 millimeter, then you will action here, and in the similar way, if we specify some distance also here, then it will be moved to the upward direction. Here you can also check it, and if you measure from this top of this stair to the top of the column, that will be equal to 300 millimeter. Here you can find it. So the overall parameters are true, and we have some different options for the orientation or design of this steps. This one is for the simple plate. Here we are using the surrounding stiffener at the bottom of this plate, and third option are showing only one stiffener. So we will go with the second option. We are using the real stiffener, and here we need to specify the outer distance from this stiffener to the outer edge of this plate. Suppose we are taking 20 millimeter at the surrounding space, and here we also take the 20 millimeter. And this parameter we can clearly specify by using the plane 0 view. the modify. Okay, now here you can see the outer edge are drawn as per our given parameter. Now we are moving to the second option. Here you can see by default its distance is 30 and 50 mm of the bottom stiffener from the outer edge of this stair. Now here we have some options like we can specify the inner and outer curve of this stair, or we can specify the distance of this stair. Suppose we are taking 300 mm at the outer edge and almost 200 mm at the inner edge, or we can take it 150, just half of this outer edge. Then we will see what will happen here. You can see the outer edge is too far. Suppose we are taking it 200 and this one is almost 100 mm. It's slightly better than the previous options, so that is okay in the single tool. Now we are moving to the part. Here you can specify the outer the parameter of all the member. Like here you can see this one is our first column, which is denoted by the 1, and second one is our stair profile, third one is a stiffener, next fourth, fifth, sixth, and 7 and 8 is for the toe plate, and 4 to 6 is to specify the railing of this stair. Now for the main column, if we measure the distance which is created by default, then it will be equal to 300 mm. So here we need to specify the profile of this central column. Suppose we are taking the circular hollow section, and here we are taking pipe which is equal to 200. Suppose we are taking it at 300 and the thickness of this circular plate is equal to 12 mm. Then simply just click on this component, then go to the modify. One is our first main column. Second, we are going with the step profile. For the step profile, generally we are taking simply plate, and here we are taking, suppose height of this plate is around, specify the thickness of this plate. Suppose we are taking 6 mm, and width of this plate, suppose we are taking 250. Select this component and click on the modify. That will be viewed better in a 3D view. So just click on the redraw view, and here you can see the thickness of this plate. We are specify 6 mm. And the third one is for the stiffener. Suppose we are taking the same size of the stiffener, suppose 6 mm, and the overall height of this stiffener profile we are taking it as 75 mm. Then click on this modify icon. Then you will see the height of this stiffener will be reduced from by default value to the 75 mm. And again, if you wanted to recheck it, then click on the first and second point to measure the distance of this stiffener, that is equal to 75 mm. Now let's move to the extension profile, which is fourth one, and here you can see the vertical member. For the extension, here we have some number of options, like first one is a single pipe with a J hook, and double pipe. Suppose we are moving with the single pipe. and here we have some default value like from the outer edge of this extension level. Suppose we are maintaining 25 millimeter, and here we specify the zero distance, so that will be matched from center to center, and the overall height of this extension is near about 1 meter. Then again select the component and click on the modify. Now come to the part specification, and here we need to select the extension profile. Here by default it's maybe 20 to 25 millimeter diameter pipe, but 25 millimeter diameter pipe, but we specify some different value for the diameter. Suppose we are taking it 50, and the thickness of this pipe is equal to 2.5 millimeter. Then click on the apply, OK, then select this component, then go with the modify. Then you will see the profile of this extension will be changed, or simply we can say the post. Moving with the fifth handrail, but here there is no separate option for the handrail, so just we will drag this value from here only. So fifth one is a handrail, and for the handrail we are using the same profile that we use for the post. Again click on this component and go with the modify. Here you can see the same profile we are using for the post and railing. And now for the sixth one is a knee rail profile, that is a 6 one. You can see the middle one, and for the middle railing we are using the same pipe but with a different diameter, like we are taking it 30 millimeter. Now again select this component and click on the modify. Then you will see this middle pipe profile will be changed. Here you can see one more benefit of by using this pipe is to we can clearly weld surrounding this larger pipe. Now go with the toe plate, that is for the inner and outer profile. 7th and 8th one for the upper portion. Suppose we are taking it 6 millimeter thickness and 70 millimeter overall width. Now again select the component, then click on the modify. Then you will see the toe plate width and thickness will be changed according to given parameter. Here you can see. Now this is all about the part. Now let's move to the parameter. Here you can see there is two more options. One is you can create this steps in the clockwise direction, and second one is in anti-clockwise direction. And here we also have some options, like we can specify the step to step distance, or simply you can take it as a by default value. And here we need to specify the overall distance from step to step. Suppose we are taking it at 300. Select this component, then click on the modify. Then you will see the from top to bottom the distance from one step to another, that will be equal to 300 millimeter. Now go to the stair part. We have some options, like we can use the runner as a curve profile, or simply band profile in the both section. So by default we are using the first one, and second we also have some more options like it that will be symmetric from the center line of this column, and either you can select this one so that the overall profile will be shifted from the center. So we are taking it by default value, and here we also have some options for the profile of this plate. Here we also move with the default value, and here you can specify the stair from the outer distance of this plate. Overall distance of this plate you can change it. So suppose we are taking it the same. Bold, suppose we are not taking any bolt here, so just simply click on this 0. Now let's move to the 3D view. Again select the component and click on the modify, so that the all bolt will be removed from here, and the overall width here you can see it's slightly smaller, but the overall welding length will be available to weld this profile with this circular plate. So by using this method you can able to create any kind of spiral stair by using this connection number S68. So this is all about creating a spiral stair in a Tekla structure. Friends, hope you learned something, and thanks for watching this video.